Looking around, don't mind me. Banana. Oh, hello. This is just outright, like, a thing I missed. Beg pardon? Oh, back. There's a little monkey inside. I'm stupid. But it does look like people are being, like, overwhelmingly negative about the PS5 Pro, which is good. I was worried it was going to be a situation where Sony fans were going to be gaslighting themselves into thinking this is actually an awesome experience. They don't seem to be doing that, so for the most part. There's always going to be someone, though. I was talking about it last night to Volpe mostly. I think Theo might have been there for some of it. Riley might have been there for some of it, too. I feel like PlayStation fans are so gaslit by the fidelity. Like, I came to the realization with the PS5 Pro, because wasn't the first game they showed off The Last of Us, which is a PS4 game? Which is kind of a joke. And the whole meme these days is that PlayStation 5 doesn't have any games. But I realized that, like, the real, like, Sony, like, diehards, at least the ones that get on social media, like, big disclaimer there, the ones that get on social media, they don't want games. They want the fidelity so that they can look at brands like Nintendo and say, yeah, your game looks cool, but imagine if Nintendo wasn't a bunch of pussies and let us use their IP and the game would be even better on PS5. They don't want games. They just want to say, imagine if your game was our game. And then it would be incredible. Because look at how high def it would be. Which is just silly. It reminds me of PC gamers. I remember knowing people when I played World of Warcraft that would spend thousands of dollars on a new computer. Like, close to $3,000 on a new computer. And they'd be like, I can run at, like, resolutions you've never even heard of. I can run at frame rates you've never even heard of. And I'd be like, oh, so what are you gonna do with it? And they're gonna be like, I'm gonna go play Diablo 2. And it's like, what are you doing? What's the point? And that's how I feel about the PS5. It's like, yeah, it has all that power, but, like, who cares? First of all, a lot of the games aren't even, like, making good use of the power, so it's all just hypothetical. You're just buying a hypothetical. Which is absurd. And it's funny to me because I feel like Sony fans and Sony are gaslighting each other into thinking that this is, like, they're doing the right thing. And it's just kind of absurd. Now, to be fair, I hear Astrobot's pretty good. And I hope that it's good enough and doing well enough that Sony starts making games like this again. Because now that through retro achievements, I'm experiencing some of these games that I've never experienced before. I'm like, these are great. What Sony currently makes, I don't give a fuck about. I just don't care. I don't care about the hyper-realistic quadruple A you're playing a movie type of video game. I don't care. I want stuff like this. So if Astrobot pushes them closer into that direction, or at least not even away from... You can still make those super high-definition games. Just, that's the only thing they do, and it takes them, like, 7 years to make a game. Like, if they started making stuff like this again, I think I'd start to respect them a lot more. Would I buy a PS5? Maybe. I'm not going to say yes, but I would at least respect them more, and respect the fans more. I also think it's funny that Sony and Microsoft are polar opposites. Sony is trying to drown us in fidelity. They're trying to drown us in specs, graphics, power. Microsoft instead took the route of, we're gonna drown you in games. And it's like, gee, I wonder which one worked out better. There's a lot of fucking collectibles in this game. I wonder if I'll even get close to completing those collections before getting all the monkeys. I think, honestly, unironically, I think that gacha system is part of what's keeping me going here. Because I know that every couple levels I can come back and just spend a bunch of these points on stuff. And that's, like, kind of exciting. I do think PC Master Race have chilled over the last couple of years. They kind of just keep to themselves now.
Here I come.
I think that's true. I had a hunch. Wonder what that says. If it says anything, or if it's just a nondescript asset that they've put all over the stage. Yeah, Eno sent me a video of, like, I don't know who the creator was, but he's like, it was only like a minute and a half long, and he's watching the PS5 Pro presentation where they start showing the games side by side to be like, look how much higher quality it is, and he would just stare at it and be like, what am I looking at? What? And then he like gets his glasses and puts them on, and he's like, oh, I see. That text way out in the distance is a little bit easier to read. And it was just that. I think he did like 3 different games. It was Last of Us, Ratchet and Clank, which I don't think he could figure out what the difference was. Like, he couldn't see the difference. And then Spider-Man, which was really funny because the screenshots were different. It wasn't even the same. It was the same point in the game, but it was at different times, so you couldn't even compare them. It was just very funny. I also noticed that I believe it's a meme already. Maybe it's not. Maybe this is unironic. But I saw someone posting. It was Sonic X Shadow Generations, where they were like, "Here's what it's gonna look like on the PS5 Pro," and I'm like, "Those are the same screenshot, man. Like, you're not fooling me." Maybe they weren't, but I'm pretty sure it was just the same screenshot and they were memeing. I hope so, because that's extremely funny. It's funny because, like, I'm sure there was a difference between the graphics. I'm sure it did look better. But with YouTube encoding, you probably couldn't tell during the presentation. It was probably too subtle. It was probably all lost in encoding. If there even was that big of a difference. I don't think it's way too blurry, but it is kanji, isn't it? There's billions of kanji characters. Maybe not actually, but... Okay. Blink. 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 Yeah, I think for the most part, I'm kind of like I said, if you even if you have just like one game on the PS5 and you're like, I play it just nonstop, I love it. I'll probably be like, more power to you. I'm not gonna judge you for enjoying a video game, but if you buy a PS5 Pro, I do think you're being scammed. Yeah, there's something here. Especially if you buy one and then also buy the disc drive. Like, that's the thing that I feel like a lot of people actually aren't... Well, a lot of people are talking about, but we just haven't talked about it yet. Is the fact that if you want the physical approach, it's $800, actually. That's not gonna work. But you know, we've talked about before, like, that's what Sony wants. Like, none of these people want to sell physical games anymore. They just don't want to. I think that's, like, just sticking out enough that that's not gonna work. I don't know how to get over there. Maybe this will actually work. Oh, I thought that was too far away. What? Dude, it was right there. Oh. Oh. Well, that was easy. Only seemed like one of those, and I didn't see it up close. Yeah, I think that's a character that's just not in this game. Makes sense that they were still doing concept art for them at some point. Yeah, kinda. Maybe. Missing 4 here. Alright, we'll do one more, and then I think we're... maybe I'll just complete the second world. And then we'll pivot. I think we have 2 stages, just this one and the next one. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I just keep playing this, or should I pivot to the other game? I should probably actually tell you what the other game is, so that you can weigh in on it more properly. I mean, some of you know, but... Wasn't there one in the middle? I guess I caught that one eventually. Yeah, the plan is Devil May Cry, which I've not played before. I haven't played any of them, so I wouldn't say I know what to expect. Hence the nervousness of, like, worried that I'm not gonna like it. It's tricky because, like, I'm having a good time with this. But it is kind of autopilot-y at this point. I already have everything in here, right? So this is basically only going to be entertaining until, like, people start going to sleep. Once chat dies down, I'm gonna be like, I'm bored now, I think. Or at least I'm not gonna have anything to talk about. Okay. What's over here, maybe? Oh, that's right. Oh, I didn't check to see if there was a fake wall in that last area. Oops. Okay, so that makes sense. I probably should have seen that coming as soon as I saw it. Are you kidding? Of course. What does that say? Ape juke. The dodges sometimes. Dude. Ulysses. I'm gonna guess there's gonna be something destructible in the circus area. See, I don't think it's anything in here. And those are the only two doors, right? Oh. Rainbow. I also, despite saying, like, if you buy a PS5, you're getting scammed. PS5 Pro, you're getting scammed. I sincerely hope that scalping isn't a thing.
Jimmy, are you...
You look like you.
Like, I sincerely hope that if anyone does want to buy one, that they can actually get one and that scalping isn't a thing. Because imagine what scalping prices are going to be like when it's already so goddamn expensive. Like, that's kind of gross to think about. And god, how expensive is the PS6 gonna be? Like, they've already said that they're working on the PS6 already? Like, that's probably gonna be just as expensive, if not more. They really are making, like, gamer PCs at this point. Except they're not as good as gamer PCs. Yeah, we'll finish the second world. It just seems like such a give us your money move from them to even put out a PS5 Pro. Like, it just seems like they're like, we need money, so we're just gonna put out something arbitrary. Like I said, it seems like a scam. Oh, I thought maybe it would be that thing. So I remember thinking that was weird. It honestly wouldn't shock me if they made like a plus version of the PS6 that was pushing 1,000. Hold on, my phone is ringing. That might be problematic, but we're just gonna wing it and hope for the best. Nothing's wrong, but might make for a disruptive house environment for streaming, so we'll see what happens. I don't think even Sony would dare 1,300. That seems... They probably wish they could. They probably wish they could justify that. Is it in there? The pillar in the corner? No, it's like... It's in the... on the other side of the wall, I think. I'm being gaslit. They should worry about making games more than making efficient hardware. Cause it, like, fat lot of good they're doing trying to make efficient hardware. The PS5 can't even run its own games well. So, like, what are they putting money into? Why, when you center the camera after you've been knocked down, it centers it in the wrong direction, which is very strange. Oh, is it down there? No, it's over there. Yeah, exactly. They're like I said, they're obsessed with fidelity. They don't care about the games. They're just imagine if we had games, how good they'd be. Oh, it's gonna be the rock. Are you kidding? He was right there. I saw another thing pop up there for a second. I don't think I even made it this far on the first go through here. I don't think I needed to. Don't know how to make games like that yet. Maybe? It's all the more reason why adding more power is insane. Why do I have a feeling this is going to be one of the worst monkeys in the game? Something about the way he's moving just makes me think this is going to be fucking awful. Are you kidding? I hate how they just have like a 50% chance to just like air dodge. Like even if you get them cornered, sometimes they're just like... They just have to do, like, a dice roll to determine if they're gonna get caught or not. That's kind of dumb. Alright, one left. Okay, so I'm back here. It's gonna be hidden somewhere. It's gonna have to be. See, like, I don't even think the power matters at the end of the day. It's... Do they have the games? I don't give a fuck if it has absurd specs, if they have one game worth talking about. I would much sooner take underpowered hardware that has countless games. Fuck is this last monkey? Well, we know he's not here anywhere. I think that's the problem with that whole side of things in general, is that the talk should begin and end with games. The fuck is the last monkey? I so quickly hit a point of, like, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to do something else. This just went up here, right? Yeah, we don't... Like, what year did the PS5 come out? And I'm still just in this state of, like, why? There's nothing out here. Where the fuck is this last monkey at? Like, at least it's funny that in contrast, how it makes other conversations seem less insane. Because it's like, I already mentioned last night, it's funny how they retroactively made it seem like the PS5's price point was at, or the PS3's price point was actually completely reasonable. Because at least that console had a lot in it. Like, it had 2 generations of backwards compatibility and DVD and Blu-ray player. Like, it was like, okay, in hindsight, that actually makes a lot of sense. But it's also that I look back and I'm like... I was saying, like, last week about how much the Switch 2 conversation pisses me off. Because, like, people act like any problem they have in the world is going to be solved by the Switch 2. Even with the PS5 Pro, I've seen people being like, well, the Switch 2 is only going to be $400. And it's like, how do you know that? Where did that information come from? But it's, very, like, I now at least understand why people want the Switch to be more powerful. Because it has games. Therefore, they can actually say, imagine how these games would look if the system was more powerful. Like, it's actually not completely insane. Like, it actually makes sense, whereas with PS5 Pro, it's like, well, who cares? Still ain't got no games. Yeah, this is like the long hallway, right? It's not in here. I mean, I don't think the Switch 2 is going to be expensive. If it's more than 500, I'd be shocked. And even 500 is being pretty wiggle room, you know? What are these gears about? Do these do anything? It's weird because... Oh, there's stuff in this. It's probably just hiding in one of these, then. Maybe not. Yep, there it is. Oh, I was overcomplicating it.
Excellent.
Okay. Let's spend some coinage. When they looked outside, they found a bundle of fashionable women's clothing. Some of them were almost embarrassingly sexy, but they fitted the old lady perfectly. The old man's cheek turned bright red. You're such an old fox, you shouldn't have. If it wasn't me, and a special feeling entered the air. When they looked off into the distance, they could see the light of a single monkey helmet. It seemed as if the little monkey statue had brought the clothes to express his thanks to the old man. Thanks to the little monkey statue, the old man and the old woman were on good terms once again. According to their neighbors, the lights were on until very late that night. Well, that one actually had, like, a nice ending. A lot of them are just, like... And then they fell off the cliff. The end. It's like, they're very weird endings. I haven't even been paying attention to the achievement things in the corner to see how close I am here. I don't think these notes are like a part of the collection at all. Apparently, because tree sap is conductive, large trees can be used as TV antenna. Is that true? Really? The Monkey's New Clothes, Part 1. A long, long time ago, there lived an old professor who was a tireless inventor. Again? Always hoping to discover something that would become his big break, but for some reason, he never quite succeeded. One day, he was in town on some errands when he noticed a poster that had attracted a great crowd. Mario will achieve first place, at least within your heart. Your fortune is very good today. Nice. No, it's the tiny ones that spit out. Never really got a good look at those. Okay. Yeah, out of coinage. So yeah, we finished up the first 2 worlds. Yeah, I think I might try to come back to these at some point. There's probably a true ending, like the first one supposedly had. It's a good time. It's a good time. I'm glad I played it. I'm glad I played both of them. I like I said earlier, the first one was kind of like, it was a big I like it, but kind of situation. Whereas this one, I'm just kind of like, I like it. I'm curious to see the PSP one and the third one on PS2. When will we get to that? I don't know. But, sometime. Hopefully. Okay, let me, shuffle things around here. I'll let that run for a second while I update stream info and everything. And we'll give this a shot. I don't really know what to expect. I wouldn't even say I've seen much of the whole Devil May Cry series, really. Oh, 2001? I thought it was a little bit older than that, actually. I think I watched View play a lot of Devil May Cry 5. As far as the others, I think I have like only seen speedruns. And I wouldn't say I absorbed anything from them because the speedruns are like almost tough to follow. They're very, 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 very flashy. I think my hesitation, and this isn't a platinum game, but it was obviously concocted by the same minds. I expect it to be the kind of game that's going to be constantly like backhanded compliments to you, where you're like going to complete a challenge and they're going to be like, "Good job, you did it. Rank D. Try harder, bitch." And it's like, that sounds demoralizing. Maybe it's not actually like that, but that's kind of what I expect. Also worth mentioning, I haven't tested this. I don't think that worked. Hold on. I tried to just switch games, and it was kind of like, huh? I know you can't see anything yet. Give me a second. I'm assuming this probably doesn't have widescreen. Maybe it does, but I'm going to go ahead and switch it back to 4:3. And then I'll just switch it back again if I have to. No, it didn't crash.
Let's rock, baby.
Very flashy. Options. Subtitles on, absolutely. Monitor tuning? Yeah, no 16 beats. No 16:9. I'm going to assume this is going to start with a very flashy cutscene.
2 millenniums ago, there was a war between the human world and the other.
You know, there was a setting I forgot to change.
But somebody from the underworld,
It's probably
woke
fine,
up to
but
justice and stood up against this legion alone. His name was Sparta. Later, he quietly
hopefully that doesn't
rallied
crash
the
it or
world
anything.
and continued to preserve harmony until his death. he became a legend. The legendary Dark Knight, Sparta.
What is this, Diablo 2? That was kind of not what I was expecting at all. This seems more like yeah, this seems more about what I was expecting. This is the Matrix? It's the right era, I guess.
Devil May Cry. Sorry, we closed at 9. Again, no password. I can't seem to get any real business.
Rude.
Whoa, slow down, babe.
I did turn subtitles on, right?
Well, what do we have here? Nature Calls? It's in the back.
So, you must be the handyman who'll take any dirty job. Am I correct?
Almost. I only take special jobs, if you know what I mean.
You're the man who lost a mother and a brother to evil 20 years ago. The son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta, Mr. Dante.
Well, the way I figure it, in this business a lot of your kind comes around. And if I kill each one that comes, eventually I should hit the jackpot sooner or later.
In that case, you should be used to this sort of thing.
This escalated so quickly, and it is exactly what I was
Are
expecting.
you really the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta? Didn't your daddy teach you how to use a sword?
Sword. Time to go to work, guys.
Even as a child, I had powers. There's demonic blood in me.
What strength?
You were the first one to know about my vengeance. Looks like I'm getting closer.
It seems that way, but I'm not your enemy. My name is Trish. I came here to seek your help, to put an end to the underworld.
What?
She was one of my go-to characters in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Kind of
20
forgot
years
about
ago,
that.
Mundus, the Emperor of the Underworld, resurrected.
Mundus.
Yes. His powers were sealed by Sparta. He's attempting to gain control of the human world once again. He has been preparing to open the gate on Malay Island. The castle is above this cliff. Come on, let's go! Ha!
You ever feel like you already know a character because he's just so iconic? Like, such a weird feeling. Like, I almost have nostalgia for this, even though I've never played any of these. Not even, like, I've never even played it as, like, oh, I'm gonna try it, and I only played it for, like, 20 minutes. Yellow orb. Sacred stone that brings back life after death. Okay. One curse of the bloody puppets. Break the evil spell and open the cursed door. I like how there was, like... There was an opening cutscene, but it was quick. It was flashy, so it just grabs your attention. So this was originally a Resident Evil game, huh? I can see it with this, like, first room. Red orb. Redstone used to unlock new skills and doors. To acquire new skills, you must offer the stones to the god of time. Oh, triangle is jump? Ooh. Alright. Interesting. Triangle is jump and circle is attack. Square and X don't seem to do anything. There's no ledge grab or anything. What? It's got some of that, like, Final Fantasy and Resident Evil camera nonsense going on, too, where it's like... You hit, like, a camera trigger and the camera switches and suddenly you're like, oh shit, which way am I going? Door is sealed shut. I need 45 red orbs. That's a lot. This door is sealed shut. A rusty key may help. Yeah, I can already see where I'm like, I can see how this was Resident Evil first. Like, I get it. So they were trying to make, like, a more, like, action-y Resident Evil. But then it probably just it went too far off the deep end, so they were like, alright. New character time. Okay, so that door is sealed. I need a key. That door is sealed. I need red orbs. Okay, so L2 brings the map up. L1 doesn't do anything. R2 taunts. Very important. We're Dante. You gotta have a taunt button. Very important. R1 is guns. You hold it and then square shoots. Interesting. So you can still, like, transition to sword strikes from that. Alright. And you can still jump. Oh, X jumps to... X shoots as well. Right stick doesn't seem to do anything. D-pad doesn't seem to do anything. Start is, like, inventory. Select is, like, main menu. I want to get back there, please. This looks suspicious, but I tried to attack it. I guess could I interact with it? That'll do. God knows and remembers all of the past. The words of this god are engraved. Those who desire to acquire the ancient ways of war shall offer the blood of monsters in exchange. It's not responding. I'd better unseal the door beneath here first. But I need more orbs. Oh, I can go up. Didn't I try that? I thought I tried jumping up there and it didn't work. Okay, but that is the way to go, it looks like. How many orbs did I need? Pushing left stick and right sticks don't do anything. I don't think I can make it across that. Oh, I can. So there's like contextual jumps in this. Interesting. I wonder if I can make it across that other jump down there, then. No. Otherwise, I probably would have figured it out there. Do I have enough red orbs now? I might. How many did I need? 40? Or is it 45? Oh. You do need 45. Where the fuck else am I gonna find more red orbs? Can't get up there. Get back there. Can I drop down there from above, maybe? I definitely expected this to start with, like, the first moment of being in gameplay was going to be combat. Have any of you played any of these? I know, Guy, you have, right? I feel like I vaguely recall that. Okay. Another door. Fellas. Blue orb fragment, also known as the fragment of life, but it's only 1/4 of the whole piece. When it becomes whole, it will have the power to increase the vitality's maximum limit. Okay. Oh. Oh. Look at that FMV outside. Yeah, I can definitely see how this was a Resident Evil. I know, I see it. I'm looking around. Relax. I'm getting more red orbs. Is this door locked? No, it's not. Oh, is that the way I came in? I'm stupid. No, it's not. This is a different room. openings to insert something. There's a ladder, but the lid is closed and I can't go through. Nope. Rusty key. Nothing? Okay. Oh, hello. No problem. Oh, yeah. I can... Like, I've semi-familiar with the game's music. I expect that to blow me away. So there's nothing to do there, so we're heading back down to the door. You got a gloom. What's your team looking like so far? There's another door. I see bullets. Something written, the 17 puppets are my masters. There will be no admission as long as my masters are here. Packing 2 grass poison types? It's a bold decision. What at? This emblem responds to my powers. Does it? Oh. What have I done? This is either a very good thing or a very bad thing. Come at me. Cool. Ow. Oh god, I'm dying. Ah, that's how you get help. Okay, I was starting to wonder. Just kill enemies. Got it. Ow. Oh. The auto-targeting is kind of a hell of a drug. Oh, so yellow orbs are lives. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, you played this, but you remember nothing. It's just been a while. Okay, do I... Let's look around a little bit more before I go down there again. Oh, he does have a double jump. Oh, I tried that a couple times. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Told you it would be potentially disruptive. Can I get up there? Can you only sometimes double jump? I guess. Shrug. How do I get these guys to fight me? Nope. Okay, good. Shadow? Weird shadow. I guess maybe I have to do this? Did these things despawn after a minute? Like, should I be sure to pick these up? I think those just did, so that answers my question. Oh god. He's a squishy boy. Well, that sounded like a thing. Okay, so this wasn't like a side thing, I don't think. Like, I think this was the thing I had to do. I feel like this was a thing. Oh god. I remember there being stuff like that in Bayonetta, too. But I thought those were side things. But then I barely played that game, so... You can probably file that as a big fat what do I know. Dude, you're lame. Oh my god, he just won't die. Oh, camera. Some health would have been nice. Alright. Some health still would have been nice. Oh, I did it. Yeah. Good job, you barely survived. Rank D. Yes, save me. I love that. Yes. My Rocket Dog Trio. I mean, ground types are really strong. And Dog Trio are extremely fast. It's not a terrible plan. Yeah, natures suck. The last couple playthroughs I've done, I've been like, I'm not worried about natures. Easy automatic mode is mode you'll be able to perform and enjoy many different moves with simplified controls. With just one button, you'll be able to perform many different sword actions depending on the situation. So you'll be able to fire without pressing R1 to aim, plus by holding down the fire button, you'll be able to rapid fire. That's okay. Health, magic, and other enhancement items. Okay. Devil trigger gauges. I don't know what that means yet. I mean, I of course know the term devil trigger, but... Oh, so I have healing items, apparently? Oh, so I can buy a blue orb. That seems huge. This could be good, but, like, I don't know yet. And you can buy more lives, too. Okay. But I am poor. I don't know, how farmable red orbs will be? So I don't know if that's a thing where it's like, am I gonna have to be very careful about how I spend them, or... This way I just came in. Interesting, so I can actually go back to the previous areas? I wonder if there's a reason to do that. I mean, there's enemies. Oh. Marvel vs. Capcom thing. Oh. Sometimes the fact that, like, the game handles targeting on its own is kind of disorienting. Ow. I didn't mean to do that. Dude.
That's what Dante's mother in the back is an engrave and originally Dante.
Gee, I wonder what that means. So you can only carry one healing item at a time, but it does completely refill you. Hammer's very claustrophobic. It's not necessarily detrimental. Just observing that I could definitely foresee there being some combat challenges that are going to be rough because of it. Okay. So I guess I could go backwards to just fight some stuff. So I guess stuff just respawns when you leave rooms. So you could definitely just farm red orbs if you want to. It's nice to know. I worry about how many red orbs I'm leaving behind. Oh god. You fucker. There's another one of those guys? I thought the color determined which, like, attacks they had, but maybe not. Okay, that was a hallway. A door there. So, doors are kind of risks then, because coming backwards, everything's gonna respawn. That's unfortunate.